You know, every family's got its little black sheep child to it. Yeah, and that child is kind of like one of the reoccurring cast members on a favorite TV show, you know, like Exodore on Mork and Mindy. You know, you always liked it when he was on there. Mork, is that you? But, and Samurai is they've got their own favorite cast member here who always comes up here and has bombs to drop and shock and awe, and I usually come out feeling quite disturbed, and I have to call my mother the next morning and go, "Did you know that there's this girl in Omaha who found a poo in her bed?" It happened, though. It's true. She said it happened. I believe everything I hear at the Samurai Spoken Word. So, without further ado, let's get Ephemily up here. Long time no see.
And to be fair, it's also on the internet, and everything on the internet is also true. So
yes.
It's doubly true. So, all right. Great to be here tonight, guys. This is 1 year. I was one of the first performers up here on our first show on the 26th of last year, and what?
Yeah.
Yes, it's signed in leopard print. I don't do cursive. I do print. Tip your wait step. Tip your wait step. This isn't going well, is it? No, I was one of the first people to be on the stage. I shared it with, oh gosh, what, 5, 6 of us. I think we all started as a what do you want to call it? A verbal ejaculation from Will, saying that we should probably, several of us, get up and just talk dirty and rant about politics and this, that, and the other thing. And I think you guys, you and Mikey, and maybe you, didn't you guys have like some kind of event before our first show? And that went so.
Credit or blame for things.
You can neither confirm nor deny the allegation, Senator?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Things did happen, but I can't recall.
Depending on how you define the word "the."
Yeah.
So. But that, I think, went so well that they got out the shepherd's hook for several of us and said, "Oi, you, up on stage." And I was a little reticent because I said, I got these stories, but I don't really write. Verb tenses don't agree. And that man right there looked at me and says, Twilight and Transformers 3 exists. Your argument is irrelevant. And I said, well, okay then. So thus began my blogging career.
Transformers 3 is brilliant.
If you're a part of the Academy for the Razzies, sure.
Trust me on this.
All right, I'm gonna have to. So I put together a couple things tonight. One was just sort of a gear and review for the Samurai. One of them is a best of, I'd like to think, and another one I was going to tell you about my birthday party. Birthday! Because it was fantastic. Oh, you're going to get all of them. Are you kidding? So, but yeah, we started as your average 7 samurai, and let me tell you, I did not lose out on that joke. Well, perhaps maybe we were even Ronin, since, we all are pretty much all for being your own man, so to speak. I think the first stirring started in August or September when Will said that he should have a few of us stand up and do our rantings. And it would just be an absolute scream, and it was. And I believe it was just 3 of you guys. But yeah, then we finally decided we were going to get a name together, and we were going to get a microphone somewhere and sometime have an actual stand-up in front of people kind of event. And Dave knew the right people and pulled the right strings, and Will was tenacious and pestery enough to get all of us up here and make it a thing. And so, yeah, the Samurai came about. And, we met here, a little overwhelmed and underprepared. Or maybe that was just me. I had this brilliant idea, since I had some older spare technology laying around the house, that we could actually stream the shows. And, hey, it's been working pretty well, and we could do it on the cheap. And with a little Acer netbook. Remember those little piece of crap coasters?
It's a show within a show.
It is a show within a show. Showception. Just let's not go with conception if we should bring up that. We've fixed but not declawed. So we borrowed Will's podcasting mic, which we actually have here tonight. So it's called a blue snowball. So we've had the joke in the past where if somebody smacked the mic, we were banging the internet. I'm not sure if we're giving them blue balls or snowballing the internet. You know the joke was coming. You had to.
Yeah. We hear it breathing hard.
Well, then I'm doing it right. Let's see if we can go for multiple. So yeah, we borrowed Will's mic and we set up our own little ramshackle internet broadcast using free tools and cheap technology. And it's done pretty well ever since. And since then, we've upgraded a bit. We got a new-to-us laptop. We borrowed a better webcam that was, went from about 4 pixels to 24. So we do what we can. I think it was our third show that we had our first 3 shows with Veronica as our MC, and on the third show she decided she wanted to be one of the performers, and that's when we had Doc Sanguinary come and be our celebrity MC. So, and we were lucky enough to have Doc here.
That's because you got beer here.
Yeah. And I think the short skirts might help, but
Indeed.
Which oddly enough, I wore a bright red sparkly ball gown with leopard print elbow-length gloves to the first show, and it's just been getting shorter ever since.
What's odd about that for you?
That it's not short.
Oh.
But we've actually got some pictures up here from the very first show. So that's not it. But those are my real legs. They're not stunt legs. Because we all know Mikey has spares in his trunk. But they're kind of bloody, so that sends the wrong message. Let's see here. We've had auditions. We've had nights out. We've had members join. We've had a few leave. We've had one come back.
Prodigal.
Yeah, the prodigal son has returned. Mm-hmm. And I really think that his tires are probably still warm from the trip. He's just recently back among us.
11:30 last night.
Yes. So over time, like I said, we got better broadcasting equipment. We got some USB extenders. We've kind of pulled our head out of our butt as far as how to keep the stream live.
Slow down now.
All right. Well, so far we've only had technical glitches this many times. Mostly my fault.
Tonight?
Right. Damn. Well, we've grown a lot, but we've done everything from the small dives to restaurants I've never heard of to conventions. We've even improvised to the point where we had a dinner with the Samurai Round Table when we had absolutely nobody show up. We are nothing without being able to plan in the moment. But I think when we finally felt like we arrived is when we got the invitation to go to the Slowdown. And the Slowdown is pivotal. Anne touched on this a little bit earlier tonight. That was, I think, our first show there, and we filled the house. Mm-hmm. And every single one of us had a certain amount of nerves. Real nerves. And
I was drunk.
Most of us were, I think. I think that was like par for the course. It was unusual if you weren't drunk.
I think Travis was even drunk that night.
He was buying whiskey shots, so I think you are correct. So, but that show certainly taught us a lesson. We had to grow up in a hurry. Mm-hmm. Well, we got called out for improperly crediting work that was performed at the show, and we received a private message on our Facebook fan page and a few wall postings that were a little bit more pointed. But without starting the argument all over again, I want to say that I'm very proud of the way that we've handled ourselves. I think we've been doing this for maybe 6 months, the max, and we've never really talked about what we would do if something went south. And, the news shows us the train wrecks of performing, the couch jumping moments, if you will. And And I'm very proud to say. I'm very proud to say that as a group of amateurs, we kept our shit together, and we showed a united front and kept everything professional in the public eye. Now, we had our own venue for all of our emotions that involved the mess at hand, but we kept it together where it mattered. I'm very proud of everyone for that. If we were ever going to fall apart under the weight of our collected personalities and desires, that would have been more than enough to do it. It also provided us with a new vernacular. Without boring you with the details, if you ever hear any of us designate anything as an official Ann Myers alert, head for the nearest fallout shelter. It's serious business. The good news from the first Slowdown show is that we raised over $100 for KIOS in one night.
500.
500. Much better numbers. $500 in one night for KIOS. That was what, a little over 4 hours of programming?
Yeah.
So we personally were able to do that for that station. And giving back has always been a part of Samurai work. We've had a good cause to represent for each performance. Among those have been Planned Parenthood, the Feed Bank. Feed bag, yeah. Food bank. Freudian slip on the way I eat, apparently. The Humane Society, KIOS, the American Cancer Society, and the Crisis Center for Domestic Violence. What's been important to us is that the charities that we choose don't discriminate. We've tossed charities from the consideration pool if we've learned that they have a bias or are anti-something that we give a shit about, like equal rights and gay rights. I don't know if you caught all of it, but at last count we've raised over $2,000. And I'm happy to say that my numbers on my paper here are low. I had $1,660. So to see $2,000 up on the screen is pretty fucking amazing. That's money back into the community that wouldn't be here without you. So thanks for that. It's been, normally, the way I bring down the house is there's some random bang in the back of the room, but
Sorry, the ghosts were off tonight.
yeah, damn it. Yeah, ghost of New Year's present or something. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's been a great 12 months, you guys. I really hope we can do this for a long time to come. So, enough of that shit. Do we want the best of, or do we want the birthday party next?
Birthday party!
All right.
Yay!
How many of you were in attendance?